Today I will teach you how to find your spirit meat.
I am a vegan, you are a loser.
So not all meat is equal. Some animals are trying to kill you from the grave. They die and they're like, I'll poison you with my dead body. Take that, carne, you carnist. In the same way, a fruitarian has an ideal fruit, like bananas are very convenient and they're abundant and cheap, so you would want to get most of your calories from bananas. Most of them do. They got frickin' bunches of them everywhere, all over their house, in the basement. I hated that. Buying so many bananas and waiting till they ripen, then buy 6 more, even though they get the schedule going, you're a loser. And then you got Lou Corona. He determined that the almond was the basic nut that you fall back to. You can make Brazil nut yogurt sometimes for the selenium poisoning effect. But he said, like, almonds are the best. They're the most balanced, best protein, everything. When it comes to us carnies, it's different. Like, there's so many different options, but you can't just go with any. So I want to break it down for you carnies and keto freaks. So let's just cross pork off the list. If you're on a carnivore diet and you're doing pork as your main source of calories, you're gonna die in a haunted house probably. I used to do it on the carnivore diet because it was like, fat is the best. Get as much fat as possible. And then you're thinking, well, pork, that's the fattest animal right there. So pork bellies, I was so nauseous. I threw up so many times. Pork tongues, oh my God. I'll never forget these pork tongues. They were slimy, they were bad, and I was like, don't do it, just throw it out. So what, you spent $4? But I did cook them, and I did throw up. But I saved $4. Oh, so God said to Judas, don't eat pigs, you dirty bitch. I gave you chickens, beef, lamb, anything else but the pig. Don't eat that thing. And we did. We made bacon, and we're burning in hell. Point is, I wouldn't consume pork as my main spirit meat. It's just, the fat is weird. It's hard to digest. The pigs are dirty. They don't sweat. That ain't right. They're banned by the Bible. There's too much going against the pig. Don't do it. I know it's cheap. He's on a one wheel. This video is mainly for people who are on like a carnivore / keto type of diet and they're still struggling and they can't figure it out. I'm telling you, it's because you're eating the wrong ass meat. There's something wrong with it. Most people are suggesting beef for the carnivore diet. I do not do well on beef at all. I overeat that stuff. It's acidic. Beef herpes coming out. Too much gas. Beef gas. Ooh, look at us. We got our fancy bike lanes. Wow. Not that we're allowed to bike. There's a mandatory mask bylaw now in Ontario. What a bunch of bullshit. I go into grocery stores now. I see everybody. 99% are in masks. But I read the bylaw. There's something about it voluntary in there. So I'm bringing that with me so I don't have to wear a mask. I will fight the system. You cannot scare me into a fake ass virus. And hey, if you do okay on pork, then alright, whatever. There's some outliers. Some people aren't sick and like, I eat bacon every day, bro. Go for it. Enjoy your pork. But if you're struggling, that's the first one I would rule out. Don't even look at it. Now, chicken's an interesting one. I noticed my skin cleared up a little on the chicken, but there's something wrong with it. It's too high in omega-6. It doesn't seem right. You can't go too long on just chicken before things fall apart. I don't know if it's the red meat, like iron is lacking. Something's lacking in that chicken, but it's a good safe zone as a temporary spirit meat, but not forever. It's just not fatty enough. I find even the thighs are like 50% protein. That ain't enough. That's too much protein. So unless you're buying like chicken skins, even then, that's omega. He was bright. He was a bright man. Wow. So be wary of that chicken unless they can feed them like flax seeds or something. A lot of flax seeds. That'll probably kill them. But then they have more omega-3. You might get away with it. Don't be counting your chickens. Don't do it. Oh no. Fruits and vegetables. I used to come here. I saw organic berries, $5 for a little thing in there. Organic, of course. That's way too much. I think I switched diets the best time. With this whole virus thing, foods are getting weird, price-wise. But the meat's still okay. So I ain't paying no $6 for a melon. Get real. So chicken, not really the best. When it comes to beef, I mean, so many people seem to thrive on it. Like nothing but beef. That's what the carnivore diet's based on. But I can tell you it just does not work for me. And there's many people, I've got lots of comments saying, yeah, I can't do the beef either. I don't get these carnivore diets. Why is everybody suggesting beef? It doesn't work for everybody. So you have to fine tune. If you're getting symptoms, you're getting exhausted, you're getting gas, beef herpes, it's like beef ain't your spirit meat. It's just not. Where I would start, for most people, what seems to be the safest is the lamb. They're small, smaller than a cow, so it's theoretically plausible that you could wrestle one to the ground, shave it, wear its sweater, and then kill it. That's just mean. I got real mean. You're mean. Jesus was a hoarder. He hoarded sheep. He ate it. And fish. Fish is a questionable one. We'll get to fish. But lamb is like a safe beef. Similar fatty acid profile. If they're all grass-fed, you're getting like some omega-3s. It's not too high in omega-6. Lamb's a good one. It's a weird taste. It's an acquired one. It ain't right. There's nothing right about it. And it's fatty. Medical medium warns against it because it's so fatty. He's so wrong. We debunked him hard in the book review. Actually, everything he said is true. When it comes to fish, I don't know where I even stand on it. I have to experiment a little bit with it. But just the mercury worries me. And then you hear some people saying polyunsaturated fats are terrible. Even omega-3s are poisoning the body. You never know who to believe. I'm so lost. But I'm weary of it. Even the low mercury fish, you can never trust them. So the protocol I would go with, start with lamb. That's your only meat source. Don't freak out with other things. Don't add bacon to your meat. Don't add eggs. It's just lamb and veggies or whatever else keto things you're doing that you know you tolerate. But if you're trying to do this elimination protocol, you do just the lamb for 2 weeks, and then you add 1 piece of salmon. You switch the lamb for salmon one night and see, am I worse? I might even continue it each night. Switch right over to salmon and see, okay, 3 days, because you need at least a couple weeks on that to notice. So you got 2 weeks on salmon. Those are fun. Get some mercury in the brain. You didn't have enough. You didn't. Unfortunately, there's many conflicting factors that go into your energy level. Maybe there's a full moon and you're all emotional. You don't even know why. Or you exercised harder than usual. You beat your reps, but then you're exhausted now. It's unfortunate. But all things being equal, this should work to find your spirit meat. And then once you find it, you have a base that you can fall back to. It's like, okay, I experimented with some shrimps. Those were not good. Let's go back to my lamb base. And you do it. I heard a hiccup. She hiccuped. She's addicted to carbohydrates. Oh, I remember a simpler time when I was addicted to carbohydrates. I would find fruit and I would eat it. I would leave the house not fasting. It's irresponsible, really. That's all I know for sure. So, otherwise, other meats. Otherwise, where the hell was I going with that? Shrimp, all those bottom feeder crustaceans that you love. I do wonder right now. Let's wonder together. The Bible man up there said, don't eat the bottom feeders. They're cleaning the ocean. That's why I made them. Mercury is delicious to them. Dead bodies, they love it. They'll clean it for you. Don't eat them. They're dirty, really dirty. Or the Roman giants in Greenland wrote the Bible to hide the perfect food for us. Shrimp are so nutrient dense. Just one could feed an army of soldiers. It could be that. It could be that. It's misinformation to keep you from the most nutrient dense food on the planet. You look at zinc, oysters and zinc. My God, iodine, there it is. So forget everything. We don't know anything. So find your spirit meat or your spirit nut, you vegan hippie. I'm on your side. I considered, because I seem to thrive on the high-fat vegan thing, and now that I'm back to high-fat, that would be the logical way. It's so hard. You got to soak the nuts overnight and then blend them if your blender can even handle it, and then add probiotics to ferment them for another 4 or 5 hours on your counter. It's a lot of work for not a lot of joy. They're not even that good. I'm sure you could make a sauce with it, but what a pain in the bitch. But it could be done. I might try it. I have a feeling if I try them, I'm not going to digest it. I'm afraid. So I think we're done. We learned a lot today. How to find your spirit meat and what foods to avoid or gravitate towards. Ignoring the big man. Trusting the giants. We learned a lot. Alright, we're done. Thanks for watching the video. Thumbing it up, of course. I don't get it. I just told you how to find your spirit meat. I guided you towards the best health you've ever had. Still, I understand you're thumbing it down because you like corn chowder on toast. You dip it in hoisin sauce. You didn't even read the label of the bottle when you bought it. There's MSG in there. Sure, MSG is a superfood. Giants confirmed it. We're done. Thanks for buying a Vegetable Conspiracies t-shirt. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.